So by now, we've all heard about the Note 7 fiasco. And yeah, it was a really great phone, but unfortunately, due to all the explosions and everything, you probably shouldn't keep it. So what I'm going to do here is give you some alternatives for when you do return your Note 7. For people who still do want that Samsung feel, your next best option is the S7 Edge or the S7, which is quite a bit smaller, but it's still Samsung and it's still a really nice phone. It may not be the exact same phone, but what they do have is the same camera. The S7 Edge actually has a bigger battery and same CPU, same amount of RAM. It's going to be the closest thing to that Note 7. And for some people, you might be thinking of going with iOS instead because you may not just want Android anymore and you may just want an iPhone now. And the best option for you would be the iPhone 7 Plus. And it has a nice display, maybe a little bit low resolution, but it's still a really nice looking display. Everything runs extremely smooth on it, takes great pictures, has good battery life. It may not be the highest res screen or anything like that, like I mentioned earlier, and it doesn't have a headphone jack. But if that isn't a problem for you, and you're already thinking iOS, then this is your best go-to choice. And if you're on Verizon, and you want to stick with Android, but you're wanting to try something a little bit different, what you could go for is the Google Pixel XL, which we may not know exactly how it's going to perform or anything like that, but I do think it's safe to say that it's going to have a good solid camera, good performance, good battery life, and as Google's new assistant. And also you will be first in line for software updates, which is always a positive as long as Verizon does get in the way. And for something a little bit cheaper, you will have to pay full price. But if that's not too big of an issue for you and you just want something that's going to perform nice, that's quite a bit cheaper than that Note 7, then what you could do is go with the OnePlus 3. It has all the same stuff inside. Yeah, it does have a smaller 5.5-inch 1080p screen, but it still performs great. It has good cameras, has great battery life, and the price is about half of the Note 7. So you would be paying more up front again, but also you would be paying only about half of what you would be paying in terms of the Note 7. So basically you'd be saving hundreds of dollars. And if you don't like any of those choices, some honorable mentions would be the HTC 10, the Moto Z if you're on Verizon, or if you want to wait until the unlocked version comes out. Lastly, you have the thing that's closest in screen size, is the LG V20 with the 5.7-inch screen, which is also a really nice phone. Now with all of these choices, it could be a little bit scary of which one to get, but really you can't go wrong with any of them. They're all going to work really great, they're all fast, they all have good cameras, they're all going to work really well. So no matter which one you go with, you're not going to go wrong. Now in the comments below, let me know if you have the Note 7, what you plan to do with it, and what kind of phone you're thinking about getting.